snowing outside, getting light. Horse trailer sitting outside the door. An old potato barn caved in, about 75 yards behind the horse trailer. And back behind that about, 500 yards is that little red draw where that freak from Denver shot the black bear about 2 weeks ago. And it seems like a long, long way from that Hells Angels thing. A long way from Oakland and the bridge and bikes and the big BSA and the whole, that whole world, like something else. Like a book you read somewhere and liked for a while or had to live with and then forgot. And sitting here now in Woody Creek, Colorado. It's where I was living before I went to California and ended up writing that stinking book. Living right up the road, about a half mile from where I was living before. Different house now, a different situation. I'm not sure how much different or whether it's really better or worse. I guess it's better, it has to be. It's pretty bad before. At least I can pay the gas company now to put about $125 worth of fucking propane in my tank every month in the winter. It's about, somewhere between 6 and 9 degrees above zero outside. And both of my cars are naturally frozen up. It's getting light and I see my Target hanging out there in the old potato barn. A blue little gas can. I don't know what the hell it might have been used for at some point, but now I'm using it to shoot at. Blow apart, destroy, fragment, whatever word you want to use there. And I see the part of the horse trailer that I pulled out, the divider, so that these thoroughbreds might not bump against each other. I pulled it out so that I might use the entire horse trailer to store kindling. Stolen kindling, for that matter. I range around the countryside stealing wood from honest working people. It gives me my adrenaline syndrome. No, that's not the right word. Yeah, there must be an adrenaline syndrome somewhere. I think maybe I've discovered it. Jesus, I look up and I see, speaking of adrenaline, the picture that I took of the wild boar I shot in Big Sur. Right above that photo is a kind of weirdly prophetic shot of me with all my hair there, I see, sitting on that old 500 Triumph that I had in Big Sur, the one with no lights. I'd take out and run along the coast road where that picture is taken, right below the hot springs. Run it out there at night. It was for its top speed somewhere around 65 or 70, but with no lights. That's like 165 or 70. And just using the moonlight to get around those corners and hoping to Christ there were no deer or maybe even a wild pig in the road. Because anything you hit at all would be, like they say on the TV telecast, I think that's the word. Powder Valley, yeah, over the side, out. Or like the Greenbrier boys say, you cashed your checks. And there were a lot of times there in that year that I might have cashed my checks. A lot of times that I probably should have. But we still have a few left. And beside that, the picture of a cockfight. And up there on the shelf above the cradle of erotica is my .44 Magnum, which I will use to defend myself against the Turks when they come. Because as the TV people tell us, we're nearly at war with the Turks. And there below the Turk killer, I see the USA by a fellow named Dos Passos. who was weird and still is. And then next to that, the complete essays of Mark Twain. And there was a man who had it down. And then we go to the right, and we see Roget's Thesaurus. Thesaurus. A Manual of Faggotry. And my mother grabbing God next to that, there appears to be a book called Hell's Angels by some pompous freak who wants himself known as Hunter S. Thompson. Why would anybody put that S in a name that's that long and that disorganized and hard to deal with in the first place? That's a question for the ages.